if there are no further, we ask you to answer truthfully but briefly, and keep in mind that what you're getting in this court is a bit of a privilege, okay? And he will yank it away the moment you mess up, and no matter how small it is, okay?
I don't know that I'm going to take this. Let's go through your stuff, Mr. Robinson.
Sir, no, sir.
Yes, sir.
This case has been open since 2022. You failed to appear October 4th, 22. April of 23. October of 23. Again in October, you failed to appear. We had to revoke and raise your bond. So a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times you absconded. And now the only reason we have you is because you picked up a felony violation of a bond condition or a stalking case. And you want me to accept a probation on you? In what alternate reality do you live in, Mr. Robinson, that you actually think that you're going to be able to successfully complete this? Not only do you have all this looming, but you live in Liberty County, which is about an hour or more away. Tell me, why on earth would we take this probation?
Because I can make it to the check-in. I have the means of transportation.
You never did before.
The judge is more concerned about your willingness to participate than your.
Well, I have a daughter now. I didn't have a daughter.
How on earth could you take care of a daughter when you can't even take care of yourself? You're in jail, man. Who's taking care of that daughter? Really? Really?
Emma?
When is the last time you've...
She's a great mom.
When is the last time you even had a full-time job?
I had plenty of full-time jobs. I had a full-time job before coming in here. I was working as a security officer.
That's cute.
I'm not smart, sir. Being honest.
Sorry.
I was also working at Dollar General in Dallas, or Aubrey, Texas.
I'm not convinced, Mr. Robinson, because
Yes,
I don't think that you're going to make it.
Yes, sir.
Why are we going to waste our time when, if history is any indication, you're going to get out there and you're going to do absolutely nothing. What you have to remember is that this life is but one that you have. This journey can be a wonderful journey where you get to hang out with friends, family, get to go on vacations, or it can be a rotten, miserable toilet of an experience where you're in and out of jail, prison, scraping to get by. Most divorces happen because people have no money. And that happens because you go to jail because why? You have absolutely no self-control. Against my better judgment, I will give you a chance because everybody deserves at least one chance. But I'm going to tell you now, you muck with me, I'm going to light you up. I am putting an ankle monitor so where I know where you are at all times. You will report directly to me. You will not report to anyone else. And I'm going to make sure that you're not consuming alcohol or drugs, and I want you to test with me. And I'm going to tell you now, you entering into this agreement, you muck this thing up. You're looking at an entire year, and I will do it in a heartbeat to protect the public so that you finally get we mean business in the criminal justice system. You understand, Mr. Robinson? Sure.
Yes, sir. Oh, sir. Yes, sir, I do.
No.
So the
No.
way I would phrase this is you're on a short leash. With that leash, it's just long enough for you to hang yourself. All right?
You will be expected to do a batter's intervention prevention program that is 18 weeks, one time a week for 18 weeks. The other thing that you must understand, Mr. Robinson, is that this comes with an affirmative finding of family violence. You ever pick up another case like this again, where you so much as grab someone's arm and yank it where it hurts even the slightest, you will be facing another third-degree felony, a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison. You'll never own another gun or ammunition as a result of what's going down today as well. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
This is a probation that if you successfully complete, you do not end up with a conviction on your record. There is still an affirmative finding of family violence, which the consequence I've just advised you. If you complete this successfully, you do not end up with a conviction on your record, but it's not dismissed. You cannot tell people it's dismissed. If you violate this probation, I will order your arrest. I will put you in jail. I'm going to bring you out like you are in Orange now. The only hearing that we're going to have is whether you violated this probation. You will be looking at a year in jail on this case if you violate it. No drugs, no alcohol, no weapons, no contact with the complaining witness in this case. And I'm going to test you like crazy, just so you know. If you want this, I'm going to make you work for it. And if you so much as step off it wrong, there's going to be HE double hockey sticks to pay. Do you understand? Are you sure you want to do this?
Really, there's not much of one. We could plea.
Yes, sir.
And
Sure.
Well, have they offered time served?
so the problem becomes, Judge, is we have the interplay of the felony and the misdemeanor. So felony wants them to be monitored. So if the two cases were separate and there was no felony, I'm sure we could work out a shorter jail sentence than a year. But in order to receive the plea upstairs on the.
I'm okay doing this. If you do this, I want you to know that we mean business.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand, Mr.
Yes, sir, I
Robinson?
understand.
I'm not going to play games with you like this last time where you took off 5 times. The first time, that's it. How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty? I will not find you guilty. I will reluctantly withhold that for 2 years. You do this well, you won't end up with a conviction. You don't do this well, I'm going to put you over my knee and I'm going to spank you like a little child with a ton of jail time. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Just like a little child, because you are one of mine now.
Like a child, it'll both be harsh and quick. Thank you, Judge. All right, right this way.
How's jail?
How's what?
How's jail?
Can't stand it. Can't stand it. I can't believe I'm here again.
Therein lies the problem. You want to go to prison, do you? Really? You're begging for it, Mr. Bazan. This is now your 3rd motion to revoke your probation on a 2nd-degree felony robbery where the offers start at around 7 to 8 years. The question is, what's it going to take to get you to understand? You now stand charged here with DWI, driving while intoxicated. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir. Okay, Pavel, please. Hold on.
Officers responded to a suspicious vehicle call at 200 Weisenberger in Harris County, Texas. A red SUV was stalled in a moving lane of traffic, and defendant was a driver asleep with an open can of beer on his lap. Odor of alcohol was detected. Defendant could not balance to perform SFSTs. Defendant admitted he had been drinking. According to the defendant, he had been drinking for 7 days straight. HFD EMS was called to check defendant out. He was taken to Memorial Hermann because he reported not being able to breathe. A blood warrant was obtained and executed, and defendant was cleared.
Tell me, does Mr. Bazan have a license, Pavel, please?
Judge, I can confirm that for you. It is eligible.
Do you have a Texas driver license, Mr. Bazan?
Yes, sir.
Do you have valid liability insurance in your name?
Yes, sir.
Then you are not allowed to drive, and I'm going to have you sign with me today an affidavit promising me you're not going to drive until you get it. I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. Do you understand?
And, I'm back on my medication since I've been here, and I had an appointment on the 16th to go see UMHMR to get back on my medication to help me with the alcohol and to help me with my mental health. And they've been giving me my medication since I've been here. So I'm
Why
back.
have you
I'm
not been
back.
taking it?
I stopped taking it because I felt like it was helping me. It was getting me fat. And-
Getting you fat?
Yeah, no, because it was making.
Now what's going to happen? Now you're in custody, man.
So I already had an appointment before this happened. I had an appointment already on the 16th. And this happened, you know what I mean? So I was trying to seek help out there, but I'm back on my medication, and here they've been giving me my medication since I've been here.
You know, the problem, Mr. Bazan, is that I don't know why you don't get this, that, you know, the medication is supposed to do wonderful things for you when you take it. And when you, listen, I'm trying to talk to you and you got this mice running, figuring out things to say and you don't hear it. When you start feeling good, you say, oh, you know what? I feel great. I'm not going to take this medication anymore. And then all the shisa hits the fan. It continues to happen over and over and over. When you take the medication, good things happen. And when you stop, what happens? You end up in jail. Perhaps you should stop taking the medication. Continue to take it and good things will continue to happen. Problem is, now you're stuck like Chuck. Who knows what's going to happen to you? You're now being held at no bond. Who knows when you're going to get out? Continue to take the medication. And I am now making that a condition of your bond. You don't take it, I'm going to keep you with me until you take it for an extended period of time. You understand? The only other thing I'm going to say is it's damn near elementary that you're not supposed to have alcohol in the car while you're driving. That in and of itself is a minimum of 5 days in jail, Mr. Bazan. Get your brother, man. So he goes with you and then, so out of jail, gets a scram if he's released from custody. No drugs, no alcohol.
I'm not able to describe it by its part of the week. One day,
They won't do the scram prior to release. Okay, then one day if he is released. Okay. Obviously, of course. Yeah. Mr. Bazan, keep taking the medication. All right, guys, good luck.
Touche.
Mm-mm. 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 Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm.
Misdemeanor, don't shoulder the felony. It's just the misdemeanors.
Miss Williams, let's go through this. In June of 22, you had an interference that dismissed. In September of 2022, you had an injury to a child dismissed. in September of 23, an aggravated assault against a family member, dismissed. Pursuant to that, you pled to a robbery and they put you on a probation for a robbery case. Since that time, you've now picked up in January of this year, a failure to stop being information. We gave you a bond, you got out. And now you've picked up another 2 cases. You picked up an evading arrest and a failure to identify oneself to a peace officer. Let's go through those. Do you mind going through probable cause on the 2 newest cases, please?
Yes, Your Honor. So on these cases, on April 13, 2024, officers were dispatched to an assault in Harris County, Texas. Officers arrived and observed a large crowd of people in the parking lot. Officer observed defendant to be walking away from the scene. Officer told defendant to stay at the location. Officer then spoke to an individual who stated 2 girls jumped her, and she has video of it. Complainant pointed out the defendant and stated she is one of the girls who jumped her. Defendant began to walk away again. Officer told defendant to stop, and defendant began running away from the officer. Officer chased defendant. Defendant ran 100 feet before being caught. Defendant then gave the name of her sister. A JVC officer read the defendant's prints that came back to the defendant. The warrant for arrest for the FSGI.
So she had the warrant out.
She had
for
a
the
warrant, I believe, for the.
Let me look at the names just to be sure which warrant we're talking about. It's going to be warrant out from Judge Nelson's court in the 42nd.
Yes. So she picked up the FSGI. They subsequently filed the motion to adjudicate.
Got it.
That
Okay.
was the warrant that was issued. That was.
So here's what we're gonna do. I am now revoking your bond on the failure to stopping of information. And they gave you 2 PR bonds on your 2 newest cases. I don't think so. I'm now revoking those PR bonds as well, and I'm gonna raise those up as well. And I'm gonna tell you, if you do get out again, I'm gonna order you under home confinement. Because when you get out, nothing good happens. Do you understand, Ms. Williams? The only thing we want are streets to be safe. And does that happen? Okay, so,
I'm not saying you're guilty of it, okay? And we're just saying we have right to a jury trial. We have to. It's just a matter of, the judge wants to make sure that you're safe and that everyone is safe if you get out, okay?
no,
All right.
the problem, Ms. Williams, is that you're on bond or on probation for a very serious robbery case where people go to prison for 20 years. The only thing we ask you to do is behave yourself. And when you put yourself in a situation where it's inevitable that bad things are going to happen.
And Judge, I would like to say that Judge, dating in the field ID, again, we're not conceding that they happen. We're just, but they are moments of being scared, Judge. And just, she's not out there.
I don't know. She's not charged with another assault.
And again, Judge, it's just,
I mean-
she's not there stealing or anything else, some intentional thing. It is in the moment, it's obviously she's scared and she maybe makes a decision that she shouldn't make, but we'll look at the evidence, Judge, and approach.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah, for sure. So for now, I'm going to set all the bonds at 5,003,
Yes, Judge.
and then we'll go from there, man.
We'll reapproach it. We'll get some more information, Judge.
Sure.
As well as when we get some information on the felony.
They're not
Thank you,
going to
Judge.
file any new cases, are they? The assault or anything?
That's unknown right now, but Your Honor, I think for now, the charges are just going to stay at this.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. How's jail? You don't get it though. You don't get it. Like some people they just don't get it. We gave you a chance. We've given you so many chances. You violated our bond at least 6 times on your first gun case. You pled 5 times, you violated the first time. You picked up another case, a weak case. got rid of that case. Then you picked up another gun case. And when you picked up that third case, the gun case, you violated bond 7 times. That means I let you out at least 6 times and you violated conditions. And now you picked up a fourth case, and within 2 weeks of you getting out, you violate conditions, and you want me to let you out? Cute. What do you think I should say?
I later said, I didn't know it was in my parking lot. Like, I didn't know I couldn't go to my parking lot. Like, if not, I wouldn't have went outside at all. Like, that address, if you search it up, it's literally my parking lot. I didn't know I couldn't be in my parking lot. Like, I'm willing to do 24/7 house arrest, sir, to prove to you, like, I'm trying to do good for real. Like,
I don't believe you.
like I was really in my parking.
History is any indication. If I let you out in another 3 weeks, you'll be up here again with more violations. And Mr. Pena, you're way too much drama for me. I'm not going to do that again. I've learned my lesson. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Fool me 12 times, shame on me. I'm sorry, Connor. It ain't going to happen. Bye. Of course. If you think that this is the easy way out, you are 100% mistaken. I told you that I was going to make it a miserable experience, and that's what I'm going to do. You will be expected to continue with what you are doing now. And at the first instance you try to toy with me, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to put you in jail. And now you will be stuck like Chuck, because I'm going to put you in a rehab facility in the jail. It's a minimum of 9 months, depending on how well you respond to treatment. And if you don't respond well, you're looking at about 1.5 years in custody. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that you're not going to kill yourself. More importantly, anyone else. And if that means keeping you with me, I'm going to do it in a heartbeat. You now stand charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to